You silly boy.
Welcome, guys. Cold open time. All right, Ian. Remember how last time we did our most? I think this is our most iconic cold open, where I'm like,
The fan's on.
Oh.
The most iconic cold open.
the most iconic cold open, which is forever immortalized in our intro music, where you're like, I had Viagra for the first time, and I said, "Do you have a better cold open?"
Yeah.
And I thought we were gonna do that now. I was waiting. I was trying to set it up so you could be like, okay, we're just gonna cut it off now and just get into it. But I guess not. Okay.
I didn't catch that at all.
I was like, all right, here it is.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
Time to flip the tables, but okay, I guess not.
I tried an enema.
Roll.
No, I didn't. I just wanted to see.
Roll the intro music.
I tried Viagra for the first time.
Coffee's for people who can't cut.
No, fuck that.
Refresh your sock wardrobe.
I'm going to jail.
Freaking pretentious. Got you. Listen up. Welcome
Welcome
to the Justin Ian podcast.
If a doctor told me I had to take an enema, I'd think I'd rather kill myself.
Okay, that's good to start. When you said I had an enema, I had to pause for a second and be like, what's an enema again? And then I forgot we had a whole bit on it.
Yeah, you know Sonic the Knuckles the enema?
Voiced by Idris Elba.
Idris Elba.
Oi, I'm Knuckles.
I'm Idris Elba.
Oh.
I love being an enema.
A big red spiky enema. Oh.
You know, yeah, now that has a double meaning of it being very bad.
Yeah,
He
oh
just
God.
fists you.
Oh, I know with his knuckles.
Knuckles.
Oh. Hello, everyone. Welcome back.
Hello.
Okay, hold on, Ian.
Justin had a very hard day
Oh my
today.
God, yeah, I had an awful day. Do you want to talk a little? Hold
Yeah,
on.
are the levels going off? Levels going crazy?
Levels going.
Oh no.
Levels going crazy.
Whose levels is it? Mine or
Yours? No, yours should be good now.
Okay. Was a little too quiet
You're a
earlier.
little too quiet over there.
too
A little bit too quiet. But yeah, I don't really. Okay.
You want to vent today? You want to vent a little bit about
I just
your
want to
day?
say that the Toronto Public Transit Commission was awarded North America's best transit system in 2017.
Every time I see that sticker, I laugh.
And I
remove
wonder
it?
if they are actually the best, then everywhere else is dog shit. And I had like a bad experience today. Imagine like people in other cities were like
Yeah.
not good transit,
Like
with like
for-
mid-range. Like I think our transit is at least on a scale from like, if it's A, B, C, T, I think it's like at least a B tier. And sometimes it's a low A tier, but it's like medium B tier.
I know Tokyo or Japan has like S tier.
Yeah, they're
Like,
S tier
they
for
got the
sure.
magnet trains.
They're just like,
Yeah.
they're on some next level
If
shit.
we did a whole worldwide system
Transit.
of transit, I wonder where we'd rank. Probably low.
No.
Okay, maybe not low, but like not high.
I think we'd be a B.
Really?
A B. I think we'd be a B.
I mean, what do I know? I don't travel. I don't.
Yeah, I don't
Never been
travel
on any
either. I've
other
never been on any other transit before.
system.
But I'd like to think
I
that
just seen like.
someone is calling me. I don't know why my dad's number didn't pop up as
Yeah,
my
I
dad.
saw that. I'm like, is that a spam caller?
I know I would have not answered it. All
You
right.
blocked your dad.
You know this is not the number you're supposed to contact me at.
Call me on my flip razor phone. God damn it!
The Supreme phone is for parents only.
There you go.
There you
Have
go.
you used it recently?
No, I've never. Sometimes I take it out of the box and I hold it. And then I put it back in the box.
That's what I do. That's what I do with my loafers because I don't really wear them because to go out.
Yeah.
I don't go out often, so I just look at them. I just put them on.
Oh,
Like,
that's what I do with my Rickies. My Rick,
Oh, your
my Rick
Rick
Cox.
Yeah. Did we talk about how
No,
you,
I'll save it for later when I bust them out properly. I'll do a full.
a full
a full
we'll do a Rick
analysis.
Owens episode. I need to costume him
Oh
for
my
Rick Owens.
no,
though.
no, you don't. No, you don't. Ian, I know you.
Ian.
I know you just spent
No, you
quite a
don't. Oh my
on your
God.
pantalones, but
But it's so fucked about these, man. Because
yeah, shipping.
shipping, man, Canada and shipping is the worst, as you know from your time getting Supreme. But like
Yeah.
these pants,
And it's and we're shipping from America. You're shipping from Korea. Korea.
So audio listeners, let's give them a little pant action.
Ooh, yeah. Let's get some ASMR. Do you guys hear that? Those waves? Let's get a nice flap. It looks like I'm jerking off.
I'll clip it out, and it'll
yeah.
just be.
And just censor it.
Do it again. Do it again.
Just like that. Faster.
Are you petting? Are you petting it? You're a good boy. I think if I was ever getting a hand job and the girl started patting it, I'd be like, what is happening? You're
Speaking of patting things,
Paddington. We've watched Paddington.
I still haven't watched Patting, but there was 2 dogs on my train, on my
Your terrible train
on
ride.
my terrible, my TT,
Your
terrible
TT.
train, and one of the dogs was like it looked like another kind of animal. Like it had like, you know how there's games like before you could like mix and match. It looks like someone mixed and matched this dog.
It's like
Because there were like a bunch of different colors. Like it looked like it had a snout from one dog, like a face from another
you know
dog.
Frank and Weenie.
It looked like a Franken dog.
Yeah, Frankendog. You know that reminds me of an old game I used to be obsessed with on the Disney family website.
Those had some really great
They had
games.
some bangers.
They had some great games on there.
One game I was obsessed with. It wasn't really a game. It was like a Lilo and Stitch thing where you can make your own
Character.
alien
Oh
thingy,
yeah,
and
I
you
think
just-
I played that before.
Yeah, you just mix and match, and I would just make the dopest shit. I'd make like an evil Stitch.
Evil Stitch. Wow.
Yeah, I just make him all black and red. He looks so dope.
like a
like a Shadow the Hedgehog
yeah.
type of shit, but for Stitch. But yeah, I used to play that game a lot. You really brought me back.
Wow, there was a game on there. There's like a skateboard game with that dragon show where that kid was a dragon.
I played
where it was
that.
like a half pipe.
Yeah, Jake Long,
Yeah.
American Dragon. That show was good.
Yeah,
That show was really
I mean,
good.
I was one of those. I was a super poser because I didn't have any of the channels and I didn't know where all these things were coming from.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, this is a fun game. I don't know what property it's connected to, but it's cool.
I just see an Asian dragon boy on a skateboard. I can fuck with that.
Yeah, it's aspirational, very really.
Look at you now.
Wow.
That's what shaped you.
Yeah, I know that little half pipe game inseminated the idea.
way you can say it. Yeah, that
You know
dragon
me and my
really
big words. I just gotta use them whenever I can.
inseminated. Yeah, that's a good word. That's
Okay,
a
so
fine word.
speaking now it's weird that I'm gonna talk about dogs after we said
Speaking of
inseminated.
inseminating.
Speaking of fucking. Okay, so I was really struck and I was thinking about these. So there was these dogs. One of the dogs was barking at the other dog, and the other dog was just like playing it cool, like not
Yeah.
even like paying attention to like just
Yeah.
paying no mind to like this other dog that was like barking at it.
Yeah.
But this dog was like the dog that was barking was so loud. It felt like it felt like
the
it shook
air
the
was
train.
vibrating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And anyways, I was just thinking about how people, whenever like dog people, it's the weirdest thing when you walk past, like if another person who owns a dog sees other people with dogs and they comment on their dogs.
It's like they're doing a fit check for them, but for dogs.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, what brand is that? Oh, this is a Cocker Spaniel.
Yeah. It's like you see it like, oh, cute dog. What is it?
Yeah.
You never go to a person like, hey, you're cute. What are you?
I mean, some people. Some
I know, but
really
it's not
bad
like,
people.
But yeah, but going up to someone and be like, hey, what kind of breed is your dog?
yeah.
That's like a regular thing.
Oh, he's so cute. What is he? You know what's funny? Just the idea of mixing dog breeds is we created these things. They're like
Yeah.
they were breeds, and then
Yeah.
we took those and we made our own, and we made horrible birth
man.
defects all for
Dude,
the aesthetics.
that's when I'm like, when some people are like, oh my God, that's a cute dog. And it's like a bulldog or not a bulldog.
like a
whatever-
pug, a
what-
pug.
Or a pug or whatever the dog is that has a really scrunched face.
I think bulldog. Yeah,
Sure.
but
No.
pugs also are the worst ones. 'Cause
Yeah.
they can sneeze out their eyes. Like they can
Oh,
like
God, 'cause
like
they-
the pressure.
Bro.
Like it's not. And then their eyes will
Ugh.
pop out.
The dog looks like a weasel. Shout out. Check it later. Dogs, like the pugs look like weasels, bro.
Yeah, man. I don't know. And the way pugs bark too are kind
And the way
they
they
just
do-
yell. It fucking sounds
And their
like-
eyes are like, oh God, oh
yeah,
God.
it sounds like they're in constant pain. And when we did it, I'm like, aww.
No, I don't know why we like adore or people like fawn after dogs and they're so
I
fucking
have
ugly.
no idea, man.
And then one time I was dog sitting a pug,
yeah,
bro.
they can't breathe for shit.
Bro,
yeah.
he wasn't even doing anything. He was just sitting and he's like, and then he moved to adjust himself and he's like, he was like moving to adjust himself was like the worst thing he could have done to his body.
Bro, living for those kinds of inbred breeds or overbred breeds
I feel
are
so-
just the worst.
They're just
bro.
like in constant pain. And we're like, oh my God, he's so cute. I love him. I'm like, you're
People will-
killing him.
people
Kill
will
him.
pay so much for,
I know.
for that type of dog.
I know. Just end it. He doesn't want to be here. Look at him. He's like this with his eyes bulging out of his face, struggling to do one of the most basic human, like animalistic functions of taking in oxygen and allowing your blood to move.
Yeah, just was like, bro, are you good?
I know it takes the most energy just to breathe.
Honestly,
Man.
growing up as a fat kid, I can relate. You know,
Oh, shit.
running upstairs, bro.
I know, but okay, that's different. You're running, you're moving.
One
Bro,
time-
dogs can't. I'm sure, like, if that
Yeah.
dog were to run upstairs, they'd die.
Probably. I have a story about that funny thing. When I was a kid, my brother who's here right now, he probably might not want me telling the story, but it's fine. When your brother's an older brother, younger brother, it's either you have this type of relationships where you pretend like you don't exist to each other, but you're just like, we live in the same house, doesn't mean we have to
Yes, roommates.
That's
That's how me and my brother are.
Yeah, not to say it's like bad, just that's the relationship it is.
That's the relationship. Yeah.
Or you have brothers like me and my brother. I would say we're close. We're friendly. I would say we're friends. But before
We're not fucking friends.
Shut the fuck up. Before
Who
that,
are you?
yeah. Before that, I was the little brother, so that entailed some bullying,
Oh, yes.
some physical.
If Joven came into the podcast, he'd be like,
biggest.
he abused. And I wouldn't be like, bro, like I'd be like
Yeah.
shoving him and shit,
Yeah,
and be
yeah.
like, boom, checking him down the,
Yeah,
checking
exactly.
him on the stairs
Down
or whatnot.
the stairs.
Yes,
No.
boom.
Shut up! It's a scratch.
See that blood?
So being a pussy.
Yeah,
It's just
lick
a-
it.
It's like, oh my god, you're such a crybaby.
Oh, I've done that so many times.
Oh, my brother has done that to both of them. But anyway, so there's this. I used to breathe really heavily as a kid. Like,
Were you a mouth breather?
I was a mouth breather.
Oh God, yeah.
So I was a mouth breather, and I had like my asthma. I have asthma, but it was pretty bad when I was a kid.
Okay,
So
yeah, as it usually is.
when
It usually gets better as you grow
when I run
older.
up the stairs, I would like really loud. And
Oh, like a pug.
my brother would get so mad at me. He'd be like, shut the fuck up. Shut. Why are you breathing so loud? For what? And I'm like, I'm sorry.
I need.
And then he'd be like, stop, just stop. I'd be like, so from
Just make you breathe even more.
from a young age, I'd be like, like I would try my best not to breathe loud, just, or I'd like turn my head away from him so he would
Like chocolate rain?
Yeah,
Chocolate rain.
legit. So I'd be like that, and so I feel for the pugs. Okay?
Oh, you feel
now
for
I
the
feel
pugs.
bad.
That we made fun of them for
Made fun of it.
5 minutes.
I stand with my pug brothers. Yeah, but there's my fun little story.
wow.
We're all good now, so it's fun.
That's good. You guys grown from it.
Yeah, I think the
It's a
bullying made us
bonding
closer.
experience. Yeah.
Yeah,
I can imagine.
yeah. I
I'm
learned.
sure in 5 years, Joe would be like, remember when you fucking beat me up? And I'm like, yeah, that was a good time.
Yeah, it was fun. You know? Well, my brother sometimes he's like, I'll tell him a story from my childhood, and he'd be like, I did that to you. That's
Ooh, yeah,
terrible.
yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, and he's like, I'm sorry, man. I'm like, no, I thought it was funny looking back.
I can't wait to get to that point where I'm like, oh, I feel bad for what I did. For now, I'm like, yeah, I did that.
You're like, you and Joven aren't that far apart. What's the year? Age
5.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's quite
me
a-
and him are also like 6.
Yeah,
So it's
we're in that
close.
range. Yeah,
But you're still younger dudes. That's
yeah.
why.
So we're still yeah, and
yeah.
I'm the older one.
yeah, you're the older one.
Yeah, so we'll see when you graduate.
You'll see when you turn 26. We'll see how you feel
oh
at
yeah,
that
oh
age.
my god, ooh.
He's like, Joven, I'm so sorry. Here,
I'm
take
like,
some
Joven,
money.
you're a fucking. And seeing it this way, Jones would be like, yeah, I see why you're a bad brother. Here's $5.
You know, man, I can't. This is my restitutions. Here's
Yeah,
here's
yeah.
some-
Here, I know I was an ass. It's the reverse.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
like, I was a fuck.
Yeah.
I deserved it. Here.
I don't think any younger brother would ever have that type of.
We'll see.
We'll see. It sounds like a threat. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see.
Oh.
But yeah.
Okay.
Older brothers, siblings are fun.
Siblings are fun. Shout out to all the single children. You're not missing out on much.
What?
Single.
The single kids.
Sorry, single. Only child. Only children.
911.
Only child. See, that's the one word you can't like synonym. It's only child or nothing.
Shout out to all the single kids. Hit up my friend.
Oh, you're fucked. I meant only children. Those who are who do not have siblings. God, Ian.
What a terrible for slip up.
I know,
Oh my god, a real faux pas.
but that was a bad
That
one.
was bad.
That was me trying to be a thesaurus in the wrong way.
Justin and Ian podcast out of context. Would be
Oh
really
my god,
funny.
it'd be so great.
I mean, that's what most of our clips. No, our clips gives context.
No, I think we should start doing out of
out
context.
of context.
Yeah, just 3 seconds on
Yeah.
a story and just be like,
Shout out to all the single kids.
That's it. That's the story.
That's all, folks. we should have like a little intro music, just like it's like Justin and Ian at Context. Yeah, shout out to all the single kids. And that has been Justin and Ian out of context.
No, we don't even finish it.
No,
just cut.
Just cut.
Okay.
Talking points.
So I notice you do this quite a bit.
I just publicly call me out. Okay, so that was a good little talk. You're an asshole. Ian.
No,
go on.
it's not a bad thing. It's just a very interesting thing.
Okay.
Because sometimes at night,
This can go so many ways. Okay.
out of context, just an Ian out of context. Sometimes at Ian at night, cut it here. You'll like send me a bunch of shit on Instagram, and then right after send me a bunch of shit on TikTok. I'm like, bro, wow, the lanes you're on the fast lane, huh? You're like switching lanes like it's nothing. Like, all right, going off on Instagram, switch to the next feed, and then going off again, going back on the next feed, sending me shit. I'm just like, this is something I'll deal with tomorrow morning. Sometimes. And you notice sometimes I don't reply to anything until the next day because I'm just saving it up.
I don't even expect you to reply right away. I send things to people with the expectation like stockpiling. I'll send a bunch.
Oh, but I feel bad because I'm an inbox zero type of guy.
Oh.
So I get anxiety if I have something there. I usually keep like for my email, I'll keep some things unread because I'm like, oh, this is something I have to check in later.
Yeah.
But for text, I'll like inbox zero that. I hate having that red one bubble. Even on email, when it goes to 10, I'm like, oh, I have anxiety.
Oh yeah. Now that I learned the feature of read
Read all?
If it's spam or something, I just I'm just gone instantly.
I don't remember. I think when I got my new phone and when I got my computer, I went through like all my emails.
So did I.
I went through like the 1,000 email and just like cleared it
I just
out.
went through pages like
Yeah.
get rid of. Yeah. But that's so funny that you fucking mentioned that, dude. Because like, so I work 3 days out of the week, right?
Yeah.
So.
But I feel like, sorry to interrupt, but I feel like I do that to you. When I know you're working, I'll just send you a bunch of shit on Instagram and I just wait.
But
But it's different because you do that on Instagram and then you also do it on TikTok. I'm just like, the bandwidth is
that's
unreal.
what I'm saying. I feel like, so for I work 8 hours in a classic 9 to 5.
Yeah.
So I get there, I work hard, and when I get home, I just want to fucking relax. So I go on the 2 apps that keep my short attention span super whatever. So first I'll catch up on my Instagram feed, like my homepage, and now I'll send you all that stuff,
Yeah.
which you probably seen because we follow the same
Yeah,
people.
we there's a lot of overlap. Sometimes
Yeah.
I don't want to say that I've seen it already. So I'm like, yeah,
Sometimes I'll see that you liked it and I'll still send it to you.
because I figure if you're gonna send it to me, I will save. Like if it's something I know that you might send to me, I
Yeah.
won't send it to you because I know you're gonna send it to me, and I'll just save my comment
Yeah,
for it
it's
later.
That's
What
how
a
you know
weird
that's how
relationship
you
we
know you
have.
know. But also it's funny because it's like, I feel like, because I seen that you already seen it, so I'm like, Justin will have something to say about this.
Yeah,
so I'll
exactly. So
send it to
I'm like baiting it to you. I'm like, all right, I'll put the like, and I hope he
But
sees
it's
it.
like you're baiting me, but I know you're baiting me. It's like,
Yeah.
he wants me to look. But
Ooh, here's a little
yeah, he's a little tease. But yeah, so when I get home from work, I'm just like, man, I'm so tired. So I'll catch up on my Instagram feed. And once I catch up on my main feed, I'll switch to TikTok because TikTok's just an endless stream.
Oh yeah.
It's all
Well,
just-
wait. Sorry, but have you ever seen the all cut up?
Never.
I've seen it on the Justin Ian podcast because we only follow 3 accounts, and I've
Yeah.
seen it on televised because I follow 0 accounts.
Yeah.
That's the only time I've seen it.
Yeah.
I think I've seen it on my main account once when I first got Instagram.
Yeah, I've never seen a caught up unless like with my design account, I
You
get it
see
all
it
the
on-
time.
But on your main,
Never. I follow too many people. You
we-
probably have way more than me.
I did a detox recently.
Let's see how many I'm following. Your phone's charging, but
I'm at 3,970 something.
you know it by heart.
I think so. Check it.
I'm at 1,872.
Nice. Okay, check mine.
5.
I'm gonna say 3,970 something.
3,972. Pretty good. Yeah, you follow a lot of people, man.
Yeah, I did a detox recently, so
And that's after the detox.
yeah, that's after the detox. I try before I was like, I'm not gonna get once I get to 4,000, I do another mini detox.
Yeah.
But then now I'm like more conscious about it because also someone's like, oh, you should get a job at like a streetwear resale store, and I'm like, I'm trying to, as I wear a Supreme shirt, I'm trying to detach myself from the world of hype. And once I did, I reminded myself about that, and I let other people know that's what I'm trying to do. I went through my Instagram and I just unfollowed all the reselling pages I followed.
Okay.
I followed a lot of reselling pages back in the day just to get steals and whatnot. And now a lot of them are inactive. So I guess a lot of the people also moved on.
moved on. Yeah.
So I just purged
It's kind of
all
true.
of them
The
out.
reselling game is really
Popping back in the day, and now it's been
dropped.
more.
I mean, now it's still there, like StockX.
Yeah, but
Grail.
it's more consolidated.
It's more like if you're looking for it, you can find
Yeah,
it
there's-
at these things.
There's not as many like
Just
people,
yeah.
like people who are trying
Yeah.
to do it.
But it was just so
But the
crazy.
people who are doing it are like really into
Yeah.
like they're very set up.
I feel like thinking about that now, it's like I'm kind of glad that's the case because when things sell out, I just like to convince myself that people who are buying these things are buying to rock instead of to sell.
Yeah.
That just makes me happier.
I do see that now because especially with the ALDs, like the ALD New Balances are like the 550s especially are super hyped.
They're
But I've
basically
seen them on a lot of feet. Like I've seen them
Yeah.
in the feed regularly,
That's
and
what I'm
I'm
saying.
glad to see. Like although it is like by it being so popular, it does increase the market price of it because of how many people want it.
people aren't taking advantage of it.
But it's like it's going in the cycle,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And when people, even when they do the first set of drops, like it's a lot of people go to feet. Like even on resale, like it goes to
Yeah.
feet like immediately
Yeah.
or almost immediately.
Yeah.
And another thing I appreciate about New Balance is that they do a lot of pre-sales.
do they?
So for the most so they've announced another New Balance collab, obviously. And it's the high top version of the 550 or the mid top version of the
Oh, I'm
550.
not a fan of those, man.
And the way ALD did it is
Yeah.
it's not really, they're not actually dropping the shoe until next year.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
they opened up pre-orders for it
Nice.
like last month. And they did that again last year with another
Yeah,
9.9 with another runner shoe.
yeah.
So it's good that they kind of give you the opportunity to literally be on the edge of it before
Yeah.
it pops off.
Yeah, but I'm not a fan of those 550, the high tops.
Yeah.
Not really.
650.
650?
Yeah.
I'm not really a fan of them, man.
They are a little strange because it has like, it just seems like the high part is just added on. Like
Yeah,
with the Jordan 1,
that's what I'm
it like,
saying.
it works into the structure of
It
it.
feels lazy.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It feels like they're trying to kind of banking on it right now because it's kind of
Super
so
high.
popular.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, let's not change what's broken. Let's redo it.
Let's pull Virgil 3% difference.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So it's just like ALD is a good brand, and any New Balance collab, I feel like they're good with their collabs because they
But yeah, they're very focused. New Balance has been on the rise. I
Yeah.
think they followed the Nike treatment of collabing with as many interesting characters as they can.
But they don't do it in the sense where it's just like kind of stupid, where it's just like a needless name slap. It's
they-
almost like you have worked with this person to
Yeah.
make something that looks very unique and looks
Yeah.
good.
And I noticed that Nike will go after individual people
Yeah.
and New Balance will go after brands.
Yeah. I
New
can
Balance
see
will
that.
always collab with a brand over a person.
An individual. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see
Obviously that they do collab with individuals, but if you look at their list of collabs, it's mostly brands, and then
yeah.
Nike has mostly individuals.
that. Yeah.
Obviously, by now, as Nike, as big as you are, how many collabs you do, I'm sure it's a little even versus like the people versus the
Yeah.
brands. But New Balance, I think it's heavy brand. And it's
Yeah.
always a low key brands. Like Stray Rats had a New Balance collab, or they've had a regular relationship. Obviously, ALD.
Mhm.
I can only name two
That's
so
fine.
far. Oh man.
But those new ones are kind of mid. I like how we got from there to me from the original conversation of me switching back and forth from apps.
Yeah.
Like on TikTok and
Wow, what a
and
switch
thing.
up. What a lane switch up.
literally switching lanes. So when I send you all those things at night, do you silence your phone or you're like, Jesus Christ, Ian? Because I
No.
stay up late sometimes.
I let the notifications build.
Yeah?
I just let it build.
Because I know sometimes I'll send you something at like 3 and I'm surprised you're awake.
Sometimes if I want to indulge, I'll indulge.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm just like, I guess I'll see it.
Yeah. And some of them are like fashion and some of them are just stupid. Like,
Oh, I love the stupid ones so much more than the fashion ones. I
Yeah.
appreciate the fashion ones and I
Yeah.
appreciate the design ones and like the
Yeah.
editing ones. But when you send me a stupid one,
It's a laugh. It's a
oh my
laugh.
God, that's the gold right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, it's funny because sometimes I'll think Justin won't like this, and it's like stupid, but I'm like, I'll just send it to Justin.
Dude, send it to me. I love it. And speaking on stupid shit that you can send, someone reposted something on their story of this account. And I was like, this is not a real account. And it is a real account, but it's not a real account.
Is it like words of wise men? Stupid.
Yeah. It's like that. But it's called Affirmations.
Oh my god.
Let me pull it up on the
The
computer.
Gen Z version. Here, I got my phone, bro.
Affirmations.
It's like the Gen Z version of words of wise men.
but it's Affirmations. Oh, my shit's not even connected.
How do
So
you spell it?
Affirmations with 3 F's. So Affirmations, they have a big following, 668,000 followers, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just read the page as I'll pop it up here. So Affirmations, global self hypnosis.
What?
Welcome. Daily refill of positive affirmations, inspiring quotes for the heart. Hashtag inspiring. Hashtag quotes for the heart.
Bro,
so it's definitely like designed to be like this.
18 people I follow this.
Bro, that's the thing too. A lot of people I know follow.
This is hilarious. I'm not hiding in bed this weekend, and it's a picture of sadness.
I know, and it's like the meme font, and it's just.
Oh, so this has to be ironic.
It's super ironic. Like, I suffer from huge success. Life is not a boring. Okay, this is. You know, just she looked familiar.
Is that
That Giza Wiza?
Is it?
Yeah, because she reposted, and that's why I'm like,
that's funny.
yeah.
They just used her likeness. Dude.
Yeah.
That's funny.
And some of these are so weird, but they're definitely baited.
The Spider-Man one, feel good chemicals are being released
I know,
now.
it's so weird. I'm like, the images are like so weird, but they work sometimes.
Are these even affirmations? They're just.
That's the thing. I don't think they're
These
affirmations.
aren't affirmation. Anxiety, chest pain is not a heart attack, and it's a shock.
Oh my god! Wait, do it to the camera so we can do it as clickbait.
But yeah, that's
Oh man, yeah, because there are some of these are not even like affirmations. These are just like random words put together. I hope this is like an AI project.
that'd be so.
That'd be
good.
so sick if this is an AI project that's writing. Because there's Twitter bots that do that.
I follow a Twitter bot. That's pretty pretentious. A24.
Oh,
pitch
A24.
bot.
Yeah, so I feel like these are super like, but that's so next level. If the AI is doing the pictures and the
No,
text.
I doubt it.
Oh my
I
gosh.
doubt they're doing the pages, but I can definitely see
Them doing the
someone
text.
doing the words and then someone designing it afterwards. Like, it's so funny. Like,
I am not a waste of precious data.
yeah, man. Like, someone had to go in and do all that.
Yeah, and someone's like has to post it. Oh my gosh,
That's almost a form of art.
it is an art. It's an
I
art
would
in its
say.
own right.
I think so. It has its medium. It has its
Yeah.
own message. It's
I know.
it's good.
I'm sure there's a formula to it for sure.
I just want to see who follows. I'm not screen recording anymore, so I'm not going to dox anyone. I
Yeah,
just wanna
but
see
18 people
18 people
out of that's like that's 1% of the people you follow.
some actress Kiernan Shipka.
Oh, it's
Sabrina?
Sabrina.
Yeah.
I like how we're not gonna dox anyone. We'll dox all the famous
all
people.
the favorite. Elliot's a cool guy.
Yeah.
he follows
The
her.
design meme guy.
Barbie Ferreira from Euphoria.
No, I never watched you for it.
Wow, Dreyfus Art. This guy who does all these cool
Oh,
drawings.
no, I don't know that
You
guy.
know this guy?
No,
Wow, this is
it's a poppin' page, huh? Like
Yeah.
people know it, especially with that kind of following.
some people who follow this are kind of artsy. So it's like,
Yeah,
oh,
it's like
they are like us.
yeah, we
Like,
are.
wow.
I think
Wow.
I follow it too now. So
Actors do laundry.
we are human.
Wow,
We just
want
want to be treated like regular people.
Wow, me and Jason Segal both take shits in the shower. We're just the same. And we both stomp our poo-poo down the drain.
Okay, that's regular. But pooping in the shower?
Hmm?
You don't. Why? You don't poo and then you take it out of the toilet and then put it in the shower?
The opposite. I just hate it when I hate cleaning the toilet. So what I do is I take the shit and I put it right above the shower drain. And then I squish it
No, I don't
down.
squish it. I just let the water drain it out.
You let, ew. You just let it disintegrate the poo. Let it water down your fucking. That's so disgusting.
You know how if public washrooms have that piece, the
cakes, the pea cakes,
the
the
pea
urinal
cakes.
cakes?
I have just cake.
Get out of my house. Fucking
All right, I guess I'll just cake it in the shower then.
just literally caked and shit.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
disgusting.
Just
There was a famous rage comic. You remember those?
rage kind of yeah.
Yeah. So there was a famous one that went almost viral, and it was like, "Don't you guys hate it when you shit in the shower?" And it's like, there's only two things you can do, like step on it or throw it into the toilet. And then everyone, like, this guy who posted it, or woman, the person who posted it, no context, like nothing. And people were like, are they serious? Because the way they made the comic was like, me gusta when I swish the poop into the toilet first try.
swishy poopy.
That was a very different time.
What a
for
different
the
time for
internet.
memes.
That's when mustaches were a big thing too. Like everyone loved hipsters.
Oh man,
mustaches.
2010. Oh, they had the hipster glasses.
The hipster glasses.
I had a pair
a lot of
hipster
flannels.
flannels, lumberjack shit.
Like skinny jeans.
Fucking. Do you remember that show by the Fine Bros called My Music?
Bro.
And there was a character
loved
called
My Music.
Hipster.
There's hipster, indie.
Yeah. He fucking drank kombucha.
Yeah. Who was Jack? A fucking. That's right.
Jack's Films.
That's
Intern 2.
Intern 2. yeah. But then didn't he end up getting like his own music by the end? Didn't they call him like Normcore or some shit like that? Like he got a title near the end of the series.
I think he got country was he country?
No, he wasn't country. He was like something weird. Ska.
He became jazz.
He became jazz.
He just appropriated from
that show was
because
good.
hip hop became nerd.
He did become nerd.
Because hip hop was a poser.
Man, I gotta rewatch it just to see what it was like.
That show was weird.
It was
like looking at 2010 culture, it's super weird, bro.
It was good, man.
It was a good show, especially because it was like an early internet show.
That's like when VG. I think that was even before Video Game.
It was
High
before
School.
Video Game High School.
Oh man, Video Game High School is also good.
Yeah, I love Video Game High School.
I think it was on Netflix for. I think it's still.
Video
on,
Game High
it's
School
still
is on Netflix. They compiled it into a.
Yeah.
Season 1 is a movie.
Really, it's a movie.
Yeah, because instead of making it like 1 6-minute episode, it's a movie, and then season 2, season 3 are regular because they went
deep.
They went full size episodes on.
They straight up had production sets, like
Yeah,
production quality and all that.
Yeah, they went off.
It was good.
Yeah.
Freddie Wong, man.
He's a podcaster now. He has a few different kinds of podcasts.
I feel like once you hit that type of YouTube fame or virality,
it's hard to go back.
You can't top any of your classics, so then you just become podcaster.
Bro, that's what David So did that.
Yeah, David So did
JK
that.
Films technically did that because they stopped doing skits and now they're all on their news.
Yeah, man. Like I think like I think
Like
after
the
a while,
podcast, like the talking format is just a lot easier to do.
I think once you build your audience and people get your humor, they just stop coming for your ideas and just start coming from you.
For you.
Yeah.
I think
Like-
that's the thing too, because with JK Films, like with the skits, you try to build as many people as you can get, and then whoever stays, they're coming for you. They don't really care for the
like
skits
Ryan
anymore.
Higa now, how he's a Twitch streamer.
He's a Twitch streamer?
He Twitch streams
Because I
now.
see he hasn't posted anything on YouTube.
So
in
it's like he
forever.
streams. That's literally it.
Wow. See, I think it's either you become a streamer or you become a podcaster.
A podcaster, yeah.
Or you do both.
Or you
Or you do
really
both.
double down and you do both.
Yeah.
Or you do all three and still continue to do your basic formula
Fucking
of skits and do everything else on the side.
man, that's a lot though.
That's
a heavy production.
I would kill myself if I had to edit that much. I can barely keep
No,
up
that's
with
why.
this.
That's why you got editors, bro. That's why you have.
yes,
like
yes.
That's why you have so many fucking. I'm
Yeah.
sure at that point you have like an editor just for.
I should make a
per show.
sizzle reel.
You should make a sizzle reel.
But I don't know what I can. I'm gonna have to do research on what a sizzle reel is.
Yeah, or you could like search up like editing competitions and whatnot.
Yeah. Because I have a really bad. I think Joseph couldn't vouch for this. I have a really bad case of imposter syndrome.
I know and I hate it. I don't know why you have it.
I don't know, man.
Sometimes, bro, when you posted that thing yesterday of like, look at my art, it's great. I'm like, finally, Ian.
I was so proud of that one. That one looked good. It turned out good.
It turned great. And then when I sent you my comment, like, oh, are you gonna put more text? You sounded so defeated.
I'm like, no, because I looked at it. I'm like, I should have made the text smaller. I think because like I think.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say you should add more text.
More text. I was gonna be like, originally I was gonna put the names of everyone.
That's what I thought you were gonna do.
Even I'm not gonna say anything, but yeah, you like everyone. But that was
all
like,
the Suicide
all
Squad.
the Suicide Squad, and I was just like, too much work. And then so I'm like, and I made it. I'm like, it did look a little too empty, so I made it bigger. But I'm like, I think I should have made it smaller.
I think that the more text would.
Yeah,
but see, that's a good thing. We learn, and then next time we try it out.
But yeah, I
transition into the Suicide Squad review
/ Green Knight maybe if you have time. Hi everyone, my name is Tony the Trash Can. Now you must be wondering, how is he even talking right now? Well, Ian threw so many cum tissues in me, I've decided to gain consciousness. Is he my dad? Is he my lover? You'll never know. Unless you subscribe, like, and share all our content. All right, I gotta go. Bye.
Honestly, I feel like Green Knight. Well, we can just tack it on at the end. So everyone, we'll pull
How spoilery are we
we'll
gonna-
do a This Justin.
Okay, go for it.
Shout out This Justin, the podcast that I think I'm gonna kill it. I think I'm just gonna.
I think I might kill Begone Thought too.
We don't need it. We're podcasting
Yeah, that's
now.
what I'm saying. Like, what do we do individually
I know.
that we don't do together?
I know. That's what I'm like. We don't even. I feel like this is good enough.
I think so too. I think I'm biting off more than I can chew. with
Yeah.
the other stuff.
Even with this just in, I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't even think I could do that anymore. Because I feel like
Yeah.
that's just diverting energy I could put into this.
so sick, just creative energy you can put. Anyway, okay, yeah. So
So we'll start off like 5-10 minutes, non-spoilery, get our thoughts out. This will be like, if you're iffy about it, this is going to be the make or break.
yeah, okay,
Just watch it.
dude.
That's my thing. I'm like, honestly, if you like action, watch it. If you like
Us-
superhero,
yeah.
even if you like any of the actors,
Watch it.
And I think the greatest thing about Suicide Squad is there's something for everyone in it. Surprisingly, there's something for
It's so
everyone in
good,
it.
man.
Because although it's at the base, it's a comic book movie.
You
It
can
didn't
definitely-
feel like
you-
it. It
you
felt
could-
more like a regular like war action movie than a straight up comic book movie.
the basic, like, I love how they just really drop the exposition. Exposition is what I think a lot of the first movie, the original Suicide Squad, suffered from because they had to set it up. And I
No,
think
but it was needless setup.
it was needless setup, of course.
Because if you think about it, there was even less setup for this
That's what I'm
Suicide
saying.
Squad, and it worked 8 billion times more.
But that's what I was gonna say. I think the second one banked on the idea that most people
Don't
are
know.
coming back from the first one because they're like,
Really?
because I think it's like kind of like, oh, the bring back, like this is the Suicide Squad it was supposed to be. So I think a lot of the DC fans too are just like they've watched the first one disappointed, right?
Mhm.
So they came back into this one. I think they use it to the advantage, being like, you've seen the first one, you know what it's all about because of the shitty movie, and you know what it's all about and
Mm.
whatever. So you're coming into this, so we can give you minimal. And even for newcomers, it does help too.
Interesting. You know, I had complete opposite thought.
You think?
I thought they were starting fresh, as if like completely to reset everyone back to regular. Because
it is kind of a soft reboot, of course. But
no,
like,
but in that, like, you don't even need to watch the first one because, like,
Yeah.
if you think about it, that whole opening scene, which we'll shortly get into,
Yeah.
set it up as much as you needed. Set it
Oh.
up way more than the first movie
That's-
ever could.
yeah, 100%, 100%. But also, I think you know, the idea of the movie
Yeah,
was banking on the fans coming from the second one,
a little bit, I think.
and also, you know, but I'm glad they just did it so fast with like the dialogue that Waller said, like you take 10 seconds off if you do a mission for me,
Bro, that was such a boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom, boom.
Like, okay,
the
next,
top 10. Honestly, that intro,
It was
so
good.
good, so good.
it threw you in and it just explained everything to you
Yeah.
so perfectly. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I would recommend it to even a person who doesn't like movies, like not movies, who doesn't like
Like,
comic book
yeah.
movies.
I think this is a great,
it's just
a solid
and
movie.
they're all so like throwaway characters. You know, you really need no background.
You don't need
for
There's
anything.
no preamble you need to know
The only
that
thing,
doesn't get set up beforehand.
the only thing I would say is like maybe dynamics between the original characters that do return.
See, I think
That's it.
that just boosts it. If
Yeah.
you don't know about it and you see it on screen, like, oh, there's something there.
Yeah.
But if you know it from before, it kind of just boosts it.
Yeah,
It doesn't
exactly.
take. It's not a. If you don't know it, it will take away. But if you do know it, it'll just add to
It'll
it.
just add to it. Exactly. It's a solid. It's solidly written, and then the drama as well.
Great.
You know, thing.
Honestly, yeah.
James
if-
Gunn does what he does.
honestly,
best,
if you liked Guardians of the Galaxy, I think
Yeah.
you'll like this a lot too.
he did what he did with Guardians, but just rated R. You know,
I think he.
not the same as the same. Not to say it's the same movie, but
No,
it's-
but I
it's-
think he had a lot more fun doing it this way
oh, dude. Okay,
because he didn't have anything to set up. He didn't have any Disney thing to
here's why
Marvel
I
shit
think,
to do.
Here's why I think Suicide Squad was a perfect movie for him to make on the heels of him getting fired from Disney, because
Yeah.
it was almost a perfect representation of how he was feeling
Oh
of-
yeah,
of being like, oh, he was villainized for his tweets, which were, of course, they were gross, but it was for a different time, and
dude.
he
It
was
was
being
a
edgy,
yeah,
and it was a joke.
and it's again on the thing where like, oh, you're the same person 10 years ago, which is
No
obviously
way.
not the case.
No way. But
Which
exactly.
which everyone's like, that's what a lot of people like don't like about
Yeah.
cancel culture is because you're presuming that the person hasn't changed,
Which is
like the least. That's like the least likely thing to do is that they
Exactly.
haven't changed. After
Exactly.
10 years,
Yeah.
you haven't been through 10 years of stuff and you haven't changed at all.
Yeah.
Even like within 1 year. Like
Different
think about
for-
COVID. Like this
Yeah,
year,
yeah.
how many people are like completely different?
Oh, yeah.
Or like not completely different, but like a
Change,
significant
anyways.
change, right?
Yeah. So in terms of the thesis of Suicide Squad of being like, not the thesis, that's not incorrect verbiage, but you know,
I think it works as a thesis.
but you know, the idea of the main heart and soul of the Suicide Squad of being these irredeemable characters finding a place to fit in, and you know, coming to terms with their demons, and you know, trying to become better while still realizing they're still pieces of shit, but they need to
Yeah.
grow. It's like perfect. It's perfect of like what happened with the situation with Disney and his temporary firing,
Wow.
him coming back and be like, I'm gonna make a movie. And that's what it is too. That's why Suicide Squad is great. It's not. It feels personal. Like
It is feel personal.
He's good at making these characters feel like actual characters and humanizing
Yeah.
them, even though they are wearing spandex,
Yeah.
like masks,
And they're on a
shit,
mission
to defeat a huge fucking starfish. That's not a spoiler. That was in the trailer.
That's in the trailer.
Yeah, so-
it's the name of the fucking operation.
Yeah,
Operation
Starfish.
Not subtle at all.
No, but yeah. I think maybe that's the only downfall with the main villain, where it's like kind of like, if you like, Starro, he's so known in the DC.
Oh, really?
Oh, dude, he's like known. Like he's like
No,
pretty big.
but I didn't feel that way about it.
I think I'm only feeling that way because I do know who Starro is, but also it's like
I think it's just
I
funny.
think I retracted. I think you're right.
I think
you're
it's
right.
just a funny thing. Like the bad guy in this one is a fucking star from space.
I feel bad. I'm not gonna get into it, but
We'll get into it shortly.
later. But like
So do you want to close it out on
a score.
score?
I'm just
You
gonna.
can?
I'm just gonna.
Or do you want to go on a recommendation?
Let's. Yeah, I'm getting rid of. Let's get rid of the scores right now. Let's just say it's watch.
I would say for me, it's a watch it. I would watch it twice.
Oh, I would watch it twice.
Yeah, I think I was developing the scale too. It was like watch it passively, which is like a disrespect. So like don't watch it at all.
Yeah.
Watch it once or watch it twice. I think that's the scale.
Here's how me and my friend, we developed like a thing, because I forget why we talked about pennies, like pasta,
Penne.
like penne, like a penne.
Okay.
So we'd ask each other how many pennies was it, but I didn't like giving a number, so I'm like, let's make a new one. So I'm like, okay, so is it fucking raw pasta?
Oh God.
Would you go back for a second bowl, or would you devour the whole pot?
So I like that.
Yeah, so
oh wow.
So
yeah.
I would say I would devour the
I would
whole
devour
fucking
the
pot.
Honestly, Ian, that was I
Yeah.
like this.
Yeah.
I mean, for my personal Instagram stories, I think for most people who I don't don't even know if people like listen. I know a few people were like back in the day, like, oh yeah, I trust your scores. Like it's like the Rotten Tomatoes for me.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll keep that. But for the podcast, we will go with this new pasta meter.
What's the spaghetti? How al dente is it?
Pasta, yeah.
The pasta meter.
pasta
it's
meter.
It's like Moist Critical with his moist
Moist
meter.
meter.
The pasta meter.
We'll work on
the
it.
name,
'Cause
yeah.
but
Pasta pedometer.
the pastadometer, the
Pastometer.
pastometer. So today's Suicide Squad in the pastometer, it boils up to a devour the pot. All right,
Mamma mia.
it's a food coma.
Yeah, this tagliatelle is devoured.
All right, Suicide Squad spoilers incoming. All right, that intro when they killed everyone, that was fucking amazing.
I loved it, man. I loved how there was the Suicide Squad, and then there was the literal Suicide Squad, and then there was the Suicide Squad, the
Yeah.
main guys.
The only thing that I was like wondering about the initial Suicide Squad is like, bro, they put Rick Flag and
Marvel?
Harley there. I'm like, are they?
Yeah,
Or did Waller expect them to live?
I don't know. Maybe she was trying to kill two birds with one stone. Maybe
But I
she's
don't,
like,
because she knew Rick was gonna flip flop.
ooh. Yeah, that's probably why she put him in.
But then
there.
it was weird because when he got captured, she went out of their way to make sure they had get him. So maybe
it was kind of like a benefit, like a cost benefit. Like if he dies there, good, because then Peacemaker will probably do what I want him to do. And then like if he didn't, then it's like, okay, fine, then he can just help pull the team together. So
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. But because Viola Davis, without a doubt, is one of the best things about both movies.
You know what? Because
She's so good at
whatever.
things.
She's her own thing in it, but she doesn't need to like being super dead on and straight works in the comedic way.
Yeah.
But it also worked,
for being a villain.
barely worked for the other one.
Oh, okay, yeah. I can get that. Yeah, I can get that. Here it works so good because
She's the reverse comic.
Yeah. Because she's serious.
Yeah.
She's so deadpan. It's like it works
It's
for
scary.
the humor, but then she's like, you mean it. Like you would kill a kid.
She
Like,
was going to kill the kid.
She was gonna kill a kid. That's why Bloodsport's in it. Sorry, but yeah, fucking. I just love that was rated R2.
Oh, dude,
the
that
deaths were
that
so
was
good.
so good. Those gibbies. Oh my god, all the gibs.
I also love how I'm just going all over the place, but there's so much about the movie I fucking love.
Yeah.
The way
I enjoyed the jumping back in time sometimes.
the diegetic fucking
The audio.
Not
the title cards.
The diegetic title cards.
Oh, those
big
were
word for
great.
you guys. If you guys don't know what diegetic is,
Diegetic.
diegetic.
Which means within the scene.
So like if you hear music coming from a radio, that's
And they
diegetic.
did that. They did that too. The diegetic audio switch ups.
But that was how you differentiated between reality and real life for Harley.
Yeah.
And stuff. They even did it with Savant in the beginning. Well, like
with the
Elvis
Folsom,
Presley.
Folsom.
Yeah.
It's not Elvis Presley, buddy.
Johnny Cash. Sorry. I fixed it.
There you go.
I fixed it.
Folsom Prison Blues.
Yeah, the Johnny Cash and then all that. But yeah, they did that with. But here's what I wanted to bring up. Here's my one and only talking point that I think is very important because Harley Quinn's a big part of the movie.
Yeah.
You can really tell when she's directed by a male lens, a feminine lens, and someone who's just trying to tell a good story. You know?
Yeah.
David Ayer's Harley Quinn in
Super
comparison
sexualized.
to this Harley Quinn or even Birds of Prey Harley Quinn, super different.
Yeah.
Super different.
Everyone had their own take on Harley.
Yeah. And
Which is weird because like Margot was like her character progressed through each three.
Yeah. Yeah. But
she's like the Hulk. Well, I guess she did have her own movie.
Like the Hulk.
No, she had her own movie.
Yeah. Birds of Prey, yeah.
Yeah.
But Hulk might get his own show. She-Hulk, maybe he'll make an appearance. He might make an appearance in that. But I found it very interesting because it's like with Birds of Prey, they kind of, I don't want to say she was queer coded or gay quoted or whatever, but
Feminine.
Feminine quoted.
Or I think it's the female lens.
But she was very I don't need, she's on the heels of the breakup, so she's like, I don't need anyone, whatever, this and that, which I thought was great. I'm down for that. And in the David Ayer cut, she's literally thirsting for Joker's dick and she wants it back.
Oh, it's awful.
So it's literally just like, I mean, I get she's grown between those 2 points, but you can really tell, even just the way they shot her, showing her body and, having her lick the bars, like a phallic symbol.
I think her feet has been in all 3 of these movies.
Yeah, there was almost, yeah. There was like a little bit of too much feet. I thought. You think that was a joke for...
But it's weird because I feel like Margot's okay with it.
I feel like it's almost tongue-in-cheek the way they did it.
At this point, I think Margot's just like, yeah, I'm the feet person.
But this came off of Once Upon a Time. Yeah. So you think... I can imagine James Gunn being like, let's make fun of this a little bit. Like, let's put the feet in.
And I think Margot's just like, I'm in.
Yeah, she's like, I'm down for anything. I'm Australian.
Because she did an interview on Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah.
And they talked about the feet. And she sounded really happy that she did it.
Maybe she has a foot fetish.
Yeah.
A little. Yeah, didn't she show feet in Wolf of Wall Street also?
She showed everything in Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Touche.
There was...
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Harley Quinn.
I liked her side story. I think I think it worked because the pacing of their movie was really good. Like, although it was kind of predictable, it's good that it's predictable in that way. The pacing, how it went, like the up and downs were like really well. Like when the time flashed back and whatnot, it worked really well. Or else if you're like too much action, it's like, oh my God, too much action.
Yeah.
And then I think it was perfectly paced.
You know what? Kind of cheesed me, and I'm not sure if it was because I thought it was a bad editing choice,
okay,
or because I was just so enthralled in the story where I'm just like, I want more. In the ending where Peacekeeper gets to Ratcatcher 2 and she's like, I'm sorry, kid. And then it flashes back 8 minutes earlier to catch up with Idris Elba. And then it puts him back.
Oh, I noticed you were like, oh.
Yeah, I was so upset.
I was like, oh, I like this.
See, yeah.
I love a little cliffy hanging.
I think I was just so into it. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. They killed Rick Flag. Oh my God, what you gonna do with Ratcatcher, who is undeniably one of the cutest, most wholesome characters?
Ratcatcher 2 is one of my... What a great character. I think my favorite part, this kind of speaks to her whole character. She's not her own, she's Ratcatcher 2.
Yeah.
Her super villain name is Ratcatcher 2.
She loves her dad, man.
Oh man, that was so.
When you're raised by Taika Waititi, you have to come out as a great person.
Oh, boy's different story.
Maybe not boy. Okay.
No, boy, and it works out.
I actually never seen Boy, but
Boy's
I know
great.
what it's about.
Yeah, Boy's great.
Anyways, yeah. So when that happened, I was like, oh my God, like I didn't say I didn't care, but I'm just like, come on, like you jerked me and then you cut me off, you edged me.
I for sure, the super intentional.
Super, but I was so angry. It just kept me wanting more. But it was.
But that's good
it
though. That's
gave
what he
me-
wants.
Yeah, yeah.
James Gunn's like, yes, that's what I wanted.
Oh, you wanted to bust? No. But yeah, it's
Speaking
so
of
good.
jumping back, okay, let's go for that first action scene. When Pete Davidson,
What a sneaky
oh
guy.
my
eh?
god, I was like, when Pete got hired on for this movie, I'm like, he's a gag. He's definitely the punchline for something. And I was waiting for his punchline. When his face got blown the fuck off, I was like,
Bro,
there we go,
that
there
shit
it
was
is.
So I love that. There's this one scene where he's like talking to the helicopter and he's like grabbing his gun.
Oh, his
He's
gun.
like, and then the guard's like, he's like, "Stop," and he's like, oh. He's
That was-
such a dick.
I think it's in the trailer.
It is in the trailer. It is in the trailer.
I love that whole opening squad scene where they just got fucking murked. Honestly,
Bro.
and I liked how it was like a Saving Private Ryan little vibe, but like Saving Private Ryan on crack.
Bro, everyone. I was surprised, like not surprised, but when they killed off Boomerang, I'm like, I wonder
That was
how
such
much.
a badass shot where he's like this and he's like,
Yeah, and then the fucking
Chopper chopped him.
got fucking all the splinters. He's like, and then Harley's like, Boomer, and then he fucking ate it. See, it was a moment like that where it's like, if you haven't watched the first Suicide Squad,
You
you're
don't-
like, why does she care? like everyone
No,
else.
but
is
they kind
dying.
of set it up a little bit when the chopper.
Oh wait, it's like, oh Harley, how you doing? It's like, oh, you're back, Harley. He's like, I got caught with road rage. I drove my car into a bank. Like, I guess that's kind of setting it up.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
it's just enough. Because if they
Yeah.
were to go on, they'd be like, oh,
Yeah,
getting it.
It's like, oh, I haven't seen you since the last job, Harley.
I think it's just enough.
Yeah. But and also
then-
I felt that kind of way with Rick Flag and Harley.
Mm,
I mean, she showed that he cared. He's like, we have to go back for Harley. We're not leaving our own behind.
yeah.
And then when he died, Harley was like, he's my friend. I'm like, I mean, if I just came in here to this movie, without any previous knowledge, I'm just like, I guess,
Yeah.
I guess he's your friend, but sure.
I noticed the fight. Yo, one of the big things I noticed, I usually like in like these comic book movies, especially Marvel movies,
Yeah.
once they get into a fight scene, I'm like, okay, wait, there's going to be one cool shot and then the rest is going to be boring coverage.
No.
Bro, the
No.
fight scenes were great.
Choreography
Every
was
single thing,
immaculate.
everything was amazing. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, that's a masterclass in action. And
So
it's
good.
true because I think the same interview I was listening to, he's like, action is my favorite thing to do.
You can
and
tell.
you can tell.
You can
he is a master of action. And because he's like, in the interview I was listening to, he's like, oh, I don't really like doing the heartfelt stuff. But he did a great job for the heartfelt stuff
he
too.
always nails heartfelt stuff. Always.
Which is why I'm like, I guess he really enjoys action so much, but it's the way he said like how he's shooting heartfelt stuff. He felt like a weird about it, but he kills it every time.
This is him like barely. I'm not saying he's not trying, but this is him doing something he doesn't really like. Imagine if he was like really into it. You know what I mean?
with the action.
Yeah. Imagine action as he is to the
Oh,
heartfelt stuff.
dude, you could tell.
It was good, man. It
Dude,
was
that
good.
scene where Peacekeeper and Bloodsport,
Yeah.
where they're like one upping each other, just smirking everyone. That was such a
Bro,
sick.
the reveal of that's like, what did you do with the rebels? Like, we're here to stop the government. It's like,
We were here. This was your support.
yeah, and he's like,
Oh, dude, that was such a good joke.
oh my god, so good.
Oh my gosh, I
man.
love that.
Also, I'm gonna forget his name. Polka Dot Man.
Yes. His name is, the character's name is Abner and the actor's name is David something.
David Killman.
No, I don't think it's Killman. It's David something.
Killinen.
Something like that.
Anyways, his character was great.
He was greater than, bro, he's in so many superhero movies, especially
He was
he's
in Ant-Man.
and he's in he had a little IGN interview where he went through all the DC characters he's played as. He's been like 8 DC characters.
Was he like voice acting them?
He was voice acting one, and then he was in a lot of other projects for
Really?
DC. Yeah, he's in a few. He's in the TV shows quite a bit. He was in The Dark Knight. He was a Joker henchman.
Oh, what the fuck?
Haven't watched Dark Knight, but
didn't
that
know
was like
that.
the starting one.
Interesting. But his character was great with
Yeah,
his
his
whole thing
character-
about his mom.
I'm a superhero.
What a trap.
Oh my god, bro, the mom shit was hilarious.
I think once you watch a whole bunch of movies, you can tell when someone's gonna die just by the framing.
Oh yeah, when
They-
they get their action shot.
Or they're just like the flags they say. Like if they say something that they called back so long ago,
Yeah.
and you're like, you're fucking dead. Like
No me
you're
Padre
gonna
de
fucking
Filho,
die.
Espírito Santo, Ecos Asia.
Ah, moment of silence for Polka Dot Man. We should, man. I wish there was a
Moment of
rank.
silence for all of you who died in the
Yeah,
first
all-
5 minutes. A few moments later.
Yeah, fucking. But yeah, man. All those deaths were good. We should do a
Dude.
ranking. We should watch Because I mean, I'm not gonna say fucking
I watched a
pirate
few,
the
right?
movie, but don't pirate it. But
Watched it in theaters.
Watched it in theaters, but
Have a
it's,
little notepad.
it's there. If any asshole wants to pirate it, but
I would no. Don't pirate it because they got fucked over by HBO.
oh,
Because it's on HBO. It's on HBO Max. So
Yeah.
that's why they got pirated so
It
easily.
got pirated.
Go watch it in theaters.
Watch it in theaters.
Watch it on a Tuesday.
Literally, it is so empty in theaters.
It's great. It's
Yeah.
any like worries of theaters. I feel like theaters is one of the safer
safest.
places to be if you want to go back to normal.
Oh,
Bro,
100%.
yesterday I went out.
Bad.
It's bad. It's like there was no COVID. Dude, it's
Scary.
bad. I was like,
Acting like there's no COVID when there's
oh my gosh,
crazy
bro, like
variants.
the club street.
oh no!
I'm like, are these even open? What the fuck? I'm like, restaurants I get, but I'm like, these I don't even know these were restaurants. But yeah, let's go back to Suicide Squad. Everything in it was so amazing. Honestly, I think
James Gunn does what James Gunn
He
does
does-
best, man. He takes
the moments were
these characters.
the moments were great, the scenes were great, and then the movie was great. Because
Yeah.
sometimes some movies are like they have great moments but not great sequences. This had great everything.
Here's what it is, man. You don't think a blockbuster like this would be stylish or artistic
No,
or have anything
but it had
to
it.
say. But it had. He didn't need to do that.
No.
Like, James Gunn is just
he added in his own
so
shit
good, man.
and it just worked for it. I
Yeah.
feel like I don't want to. So okay, now I feel like we've just gassed it up so
no,
much.
it's worth it. I don't.
I
think
don't
we're
even
gassing
know.
it.
Like I don't even think there's anything to knock it down. I think for me, it's one of my favorite superhero movies.
Oh yeah, above like in terms of Marvel and everything that's been released.
for sure.
Good. It's top tier, man.
For my, it's in. I think for now of the movies that not that many movies came out this year so far, and obviously all the like top tier movies are gonna come
Yeah.
out shortly. But this is my favorite movie of the year so far.
It doesn't drag at all, too, and it's
Dude,
like 2 hours,
I just
almost 3
honestly,
hours.
man, I just can't wait to go watch it again.
It's so good.
Oh man!
It's so fucking good.
So go check it out and let us know what you think about it.
What was that last bit you said?
I was thinking of more to say, but I didn't.
So you just made sounds.
Wait, I didn't say words?
No, you're like watch the movie and let us know.
Whoa. I thought I said words.
No, bro.
Oh.
Unless I terribly misheard you.
All
We'll
right.
hear back.
We'll see.
hear
We'll
back.
see. We'll play it back.
I'll clip it. We'll see. Justin has a stroke on camera.
I feel very tingly right now. Maybe that's why.
It's all the CO2 in the tunnels.
Yeah,
of
all the tunnels.
TTC.
Yeah.
I think I heard somewhere that it was like air quality down there is bad.
I'm sure it is.
I'm sure it's not.
You're
great.
in a tunnel.
Yeah. You're in a tunnel, Ian, with a train
I
going
mean,
back and forth.
you know, it'll have a what's it called? If there's ever a nuclear fallout, the trains will be the greatest air quality.
Yeah, there we go. In comparison to radioactivity.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. Oh, and make you green like the Green Knight. And that is
We're closing it on the Green Knight. All right.
Yeah.
So everyone,
I don't know how.
I don't recommend this movie for everyone.
No.
I don't recommend this movie for everyone.
No.
Even if you're like
no.
I don't know if there's Dev Patel fans. I don't know.
I don't know.
If you really like artsy, cracked out shit, that's the only person I would recommend this movie for.
Yeah, it's
if
not
you're
for
really
everyone.
into the artsy shit, if you also liked
King
medieval
Arthur.
shit,
Yeah.
kinda. If you
But
want to
it's
see a
not
new
even really
take,
action.
no, not at all.
If you
the
like-
most action was actually I don't want to say.
If you like Joseph Campbell's of his layout of A Hero's Journey, you will love this movie.
No. I
'Cause
feel
you
like
are-
if
it
you
is-
are like an English major, you will enjoy it probably.
But can we talk about how it's almost a really great representation of the hero's journey?
Yeah, it's a
like-
blueprint. It's a
like
perfect
the
blueprint.
I was watching a
It's
video
just
essay
long,
on
though.
it. Oh, I think a little too long. He like David Lowery indulged himself.
He did indulge himself.
Like that scene in the forest where he does his little rotation. Like
Oh yeah, the
that was
twisties.
so fucking long.
There's a lot of-
he did it twice.
He did do it twice.
He did it at that and at the end in the throne room. And I'm like,
Honestly, I think we might have been in a weird. I think the projector in our room was a little weird. Did you notice
did
that?
it seem it was a little too bright?
It was like bright right in the middle, and
Yeah.
then
Yeah. It felt like they didn't turn out the fucking lights in the room or some shit. Like
or the I think it might have been a bulb. Like the bulb was dying for
It
sure.
was- yeah,
because the projection was not even, and it was throwing me off the whole movie.
It was almost like the room was lit up. I was like, what's happening?
Also, the doors were open on the side.
I noticed that. But fucking
It's not as bad.
not as bad as like having it directly there, like at Yorkdale if it were there.
Oh, don't even get me started about that shit.
But yeah,
I realized
Mhm.
how snobby that is. Where I was like, guys, I'm sorry. It took me a while to pick the theater. I was looking at the theater layouts and I was figuring out where the light would come from.
I mean, that's not snob. You're paying.
I'm trying to
see a
get the best
movie.
experience forever
So I'm saying.
for the boys.
So back to the Green Knight.
Yeah, back to the Green Knight.
It is weird, man.
It is a weird movie.
It pushes the boundaries of like art house to general public movies, and I think it pushed it
A little too far.
A little too far.
But it's good. I appreciate it.
I liked it. It was shot well.
Shot excellently.
I feel like it needed subtitles at some parts.
It was a little tenanty.
Yeah.
I just muscled through it though.
Yeah, I just muscled through it. And I think
The dialogue wasn't super important. Not all of it.
Not all of it.
You could just watch it. You could kind of figure out what's
I think
happening.
if you watched it in a different language with no subtitles, you kind of get what's
You
happening.
kind of get what's happening. Yeah,
Except for
it's
the
very
beginning.
visual, which is
Yeah.
good. The visuals
Yeah.
are excellent.
And the acting was really good too. You
Yeah.
know? Fucking, Dave Patel does great as
Yeah.
a sleazy kid that you don't.
Oh my god, he was so
the
great
most
as an asshole.
unhonorable asshole.
Oh my
man.
god, it's so good.
But it really breaks down what nobility is. And the
Yeah,
whole-
honestly, for a movie that takes place in the past, it really works about today.
yeah,
Like
man.
it's very resonant.
It updates it. It updates it in a good
It's
way.
very resonant.
Yeah. But David Lowery's last movie, A Ghost Story.
But that was very somber, very slow,
I
very
would-
meditative.
Yeah. I would say I think I'd say it's artsier than this. The fucking 7-minute pie eating scene is
Oh,
ridiculous.
it's more. It's artsy in a different way.
Artsy, that's what I'm saying. It's very different, but it's the same vibe.
Yeah.
So if you watch A Ghost Story or know what it is, and you hated it,
Don't
Don't
watch
watch
this.
The
Don't
Green
watch
Knight.
The Green Knight. You're
I
gonna
think-
be frustrated.
I think the marketing for it wasn't too great.
no,
The way
because
the
they
trailers
tried to
were
make it
cut.
more actiony than it was.
Yeah, it didn't. It didn't. It's like, get to know the legend of Sir Gawain.
You get to know the legend
But-
because you're in the movie for 2.5 hours.
Yup.
Well, the movie's not 2.5 hours, but
Yes.
if you're in the theater, you get there on time. It's gonna
Yeah.
be 2.5 hours.
And also, so the ending, the favorite.
Oh, wait, hold on. Before we get into the ending,
Oh,
do you want to just give our postometer?
I'd go back for a second bowl, but I wouldn't eat the whole pot.
I would try it. If your friend had it, try it.
You'd have a bite,
I would have a bite of my friend's pasta.
pasta, and,
I would
and
have
if
a
you had
bite of-
that bite, would you like the pasta? But you wouldn't.
I'd be
Get
iffy
it?
about it. I'd be like, would you finish this? And they're like,
You top it off. Would you top it off? Like if I'm like, oh, I'm so full. There's like 2 bites left. Would you eat it for me?
yeah, I'd eat it for you.
Okay, so yeah, leftovers.
Yeah, it's a leftover.
Yeah, I think.
Okay, and now spoilers.
Yeah, man.
When he came
when
into
he
the
came
fucking
on his
room-
belt.
that was great. That was probably one of my favorite
we
movies.
were all like, we were kind of loud, but there was only like 2 other people.
There's 2 other people in the. There was a legit 2 other people in the theater.
and I doubt they really cared. 'cause-
Dude, I almost fell asleep.
yeah, Justin almost fell asleep. I'm so glad we started with the Green Knight. and
Honestly, if
on
we ended
Suicide
with Green Knight, I would have been so sad.
Yeah. But man, that ending, man, I was kind of cheesed when they showed that he left and he was a pussy.
Oh, when they did the recap?
Yeah.
Or the future thing, and
the-
they did bring it back though. They brought it back.
If they
very
didn't bring
well.
it back, I would have been so
Josh
upset.
was, yo, did you hear Josh? Josh
Yeah.
was so frustrated.
Josh was like, why'd I pay for this movie, bro?
And then it came back. It's like, okay.
Like, yeah, it's interesting. I feel like
It's not interesting. It's weird.
it's weird. I feel like, man, I was watching so many video essays just to deconstruct
Just trying to understand it
trying to
fully.
understand it. And I guess, man, I get it. I understand it,
Kind of.
kind of. But so many people, every interpretation I heard was different.
Yeah, it's good.
And I
That's
can
good, though.
I can fuck with that because one of my favorite parts about Parasite was the ending. Because
Oh,
you can
yeah.
really think about in an optimistic way of him being like, he did get his degree and he did see his papa. Spoilers for 2019. Go fuck yourself if you haven't seen
We
Parasite.
actually did review Parasite a little bit.
Yeah, so fuck you if you're like, Parasite. Shut up. Suck my nads.
Okay, before we continue on, what's the expiry date for spoilers? What do you think the expiry date for spoilers
For me
is?
personally, like 2 months.
2 months? I agree.
Yeah. But what was I? Oh yeah, the ending of the Green Knight.
Yeah, ending a Green Knight.
You can interpret it as he died an honorable man. Which I think I don't think I'm interpreting it like that.
I think the ending for me is he finally understood
Yeah.
his wrongdoing.
Yeah.
Or why he wasn't in the right.
Yeah. And then he
Or the fucked up ways of how he was acting.
yeah. And then you think he accepted it and he's like, I'd rather die now a legend and a good man,
Yeah,
an
just-
honorable man,
Yeah.
and end it.
Yeah.
See how I'm taking it as in the most optimistic Disney way, because I want to see him do better, is when the Green Knight's like wiped his face and then he's like, now off with your head. I was like telling him like, off with like go forth. You're done. You proved.
Whoa.
Yeah, like that's because he said it in a joke, in a very.
Whoa, he said it very happy. Yes, he
Like-
did say it very
like,
happily.
like a mother, almost like his mom, because his mom did conjure the Green Knight for him.
Oh,
So I was thinking, like, was
yeah.
she with, like, did she like imbue him with her kindness or something? Because he's like, good, you took the high road. He's like, now off with your head. He
They
patted his
didn't
face,
make the sound of him getting chopped.
chopped up, nothing's dead.
They cut it off right
Yeah.
before.
So I'm taking it as like you're good. You proved yourself. Now you're ready to
Wow.
be the knight and the king you were supposed to be. Even though, but I'm kind of glad, like, each trial he went through,
Yeah.
some he passed with Gwen, with what's her name? Guinevere?
I don't know.
The
I
ghost
didn't-
girl?
Bro, I didn't even know some of their names.
Guinevere. Her name was Guinevere.
Oh, fucking Carly.
Winifred. It was Winifred.
Whatever. Carly Morgenthau.
Yeah.
From Winter
yeah.
Soldier.
Like, so he failed one test with the thieves. Failed. Not a knight. He won some points with the ghost. You are very honorable. You did a deed, got your axe back. Then you came on your belt and you lied to the dude who said, whatever you gain in this castle, you got to give it to me. And he's like, okay. In the end, you got a hand job from his wife and you took his books and his magical belt. You didn't give it to him. If that were true, you would have given him a handy right then and there, threw the belt on him.
That's
and
what he
given
was
him the
waiting
book.
for.
But in the end, he was a coward, which I can respect because, I think if he changed drastically as a character in that moment, I
It'd
would
be
be
weird.
like, I don't buy it. Because, bad habits aren't fixed in a
Bad
day.
habits bring with you. Na, 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 na. I don't know that Ed Sheeran song.
But bad habits aren't fixed with a hand job. Nuh-uh.
No, they're fixed with a decapitation.
Fixed with a decapitation. But, yeah,
Head
man.
job.
I got some head. But, the movie is fine if you like movies. If you like cinema,
No.
cinema.
You have to be you have to be a cinematic fucking you have to be a cinematic jagoff to enjoy this
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah. And I did enjoy it.
I wonder how Daniel felt about it. Because Daniel's like a casual movie guy. I don't even know.
He probably thought it was so weird.
Yeah.
Him and Josh were talking.
No, but Josh is a cinephile.
yeah.
Daniel, I don't know.
Daniel's probably like, what am I watching?
He's like,
I'm just waiting for Suicide Squad.
honestly, once I finished, there were parts when we were watching Green Knight where I'm like, we need to end.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm over it now.
Yeah. I was just so hyped for this movie, man. When
I tempered my expectations quite a bit.
yeah, because I'm like, I loved A Ghost Story. A Ghost Story for me was like probably
I enjoyed it a lot.
One of my favorite A24 films. So when I saw that he was doing this, I'm like, oh my God, like this is good. Like I was expecting artsy. I was expecting drawn out shit, like pretentious almost shit. So I was kind of whatever going into this. And it met my expectations. I was happy with what I got.
There you go. And with that has been this just sorry.
This has been this has been
The Justin
this
Indian
just in my thought.
podcast.
This has been
Bye.
throwing fits.
Bye. I'm not gonna do sing something.
I was trying to, but my voice cracked again.
Bye.